Hello, beautiful ones. Greetings. Fabulous Friday. Tell me had a live update. Hello, beautiful Trista. How are you, my love? So nice to see you sometimes. That's a strange hour for me. So here we are. I do know that we have PG lurking in the house, but he can't type. So I don't know if he can read. I told him he could come and be loud and just like do hand geek speak, but he didn't seem to do that one. So I haven't been live for a while. So let's just bring in some amazing, fabulous incense. Suzette, my lovely, hello. I have got, every time I see a sweet, happy name, my migraine lifts. I have been migraining for 3 days or so, maybe longer. I don't know. It's been a while. Anyway. Heaney. So let's just light this beautiful incense and this incredible aroma to heaven. Bringing heaven on earth as bridges, as conduits of incredible light. Aren't we in exciting times, hey? Lindsay! Wow! And as I said, we do have PG in the house. I don't know if he can read the comments, or if you can, I don't know what it's, so we welcome PG in and Novi. Oh wow, love bugs all over the world popping in. So let's just bring in this amazing frequency of this pure clear light and this pure clear sound. Yes, we hope. Who knows? Try and bring your vibration, try and bring it up in the sound, in your being, within your third eye. Try and reach the sound, tune into the sound with your inner voice. Just let it sing. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Namah Shivaya. Millie, yay! As I said, we do. Christine, yay! Thank you. And yes, PG is in the back somewhere. I'm not sure if he can read. And I've got one and Fatima's in the house. Oh, thank you. Who else have we got? Millie, how are you doing, Millie? How's everybody doing? I'm very blue. So I'm going to get through this as happily as I can. As I said, I have a migraine that I haven't had for so long. It's actually, my whole ear is not aching, but I think it's like, obviously it's vibration. They like to say in Germany that you get these migraines and headache from the weather. And we've had the most amazing weather today, which has just been this white cloud, fog the whole day, which is just amazing. It's just been so still, and there's just like so much like moisture in the air with that fog. I've been out a couple of times. It does seem to clear my head. I went out last night in the middle of the night and it was really cold. It was just to say hello to the moon. The moon has been so bright you could almost read under it. She is just pouring her blessings. And of course, we have got all sorts of other, there's so many visitors happening on the planet, guys. How's everybody coping? Just keeping your energy up, keeping your focus. I always say I'm not doing much, but it's actually huge what I do. I think I'm just been blue. I've been doing a lot of meditation, and I will be doing that until the end of the year, and most probably further on. But yeah, till the solstice portal for sure. Especially that we've got Atlas is going to pop by, be the closest to Earth on the 19th of next month. And I just, because we've got another guy in town, he was seen like a little while ago. I can't remember his name. I did send it off to PG, and he's actually coming close by to us on the 11th. The 11. So 11, we're all gearing up. Many of us are gearing up for this big portal. Let me just see if I can see. I don't know if you've heard about it. Have I got it? No, probably not. And forgive me, I can really hardly see anything. The eyes are really a little strange. Suffering or something like that. Suffering. Oh, Lindsay, did you know when I travelled to, when I came back from Tucson, the Crystal Show, they mark your passport as your boarding pass with like whatever colour, and that means that you're a suspect passenger. So, because my bags were so heavy, and I had all sorts of strange things in my bags. So every airport checkpoint I went through, they would like all but strip search me because it was on my boarding card that I was a suspect passenger. So, no, I'm so glad I did a lot of traveling before. But hey, you did it. You got wings. So many people have got wings. And what a beautiful time to have wings. So, me, I'm just feeling in a perfect 9 of completion in that thing. Thank you, guys. I'm just holding this incredible blue light. I think it started here. Well, I mean, it's been for, I do this blue light. But it's really like acknowledging it and just embracing it and just trying to keep my feet as firm on the ground as possible and let this light just travel through me. It makes me feel nauseous just talking about it, so I shouldn't talk about it. Yeah, I don't know. They put like a little symbol on your thing. So, but for me, yeah, it's like seriously deep sapphire, and I know, well, it starts a lot more, but I had all these little blue beams come into, I'm doing these meditations, like lots, for everybody, not for me. Well, I mean, it's obviously for me, just to cut a lot of the poop and to keep our energy, because we are shifting fast, very, very fast. So I was on the live the last time, I think, and I had all these little blue things, these little blue things come giggling around here. Really cool. And then I just went into 3 days of like virtually non-stop meditation. I think PG had gone. Cool. Yeah. So it's just kind of also holding that space, because I know a lot of people are being really busy. Everybody's doing their own thing, whether you're just rooted in the ground, whether you're cleaning up the poop, whether you're out there like protecting and fighting, rescuing souls. We're all doing whatever we got to do. And it's changing. It's really changing. So just like the love energy at the moment, I think it's definitely for me. It's from three eye atlas, definitely pouring in the Christ consciousness, the Christ energy. So just awakening many of us up. So grace is gone. Sometimes I feel like I'm losing my footing a little bit, so then I have to oh, okay. Oh, I know, and especially in the States, they're so like totalitarian. They like to instill that fear. Yeah. Oh, they will. It's just we're just like moving into a whole new vibration, and the energy's got so huge and high on the planet right now that we are just jumping, and yeah, some are being taken for the jump. So if you feel that you just landed up in places, there's a lot of glitching right now. The fabulous Mandela effect is like coming on loud and clear. And it's glitches in the matrix. Or is it glitches in the matrix, or is it quantum jumping and shifting reality? And the whole show is like wobbling and fragmenting. I don't talk the lingo. I talk sometimes better not to. Sometimes I listen. I read what other people kind of, and I'm like, I don't understand a flipping word you're saying, or why you're making it so complicated. And you know what? There's going to be a time quite soon, yay, where we're not going to have to deal with this language stuff because speech is so base. So it'll really be our thoughts. So it's like, what's your thoughts, guys? This is like a huge clearing from the blue beings. I just actually did something, I was a little overwhelmed um, about what the blue being actually just came up for me, what it said. Um, so I was just looking to see if PG managed to pop on. So, yeah. So PG's had a very interesting time. I think, like, I mean, he's right now he's doing like splendid, amazing stuff. But it's an intense island. I think the energy there, I'm sorry if I'm being down, but oh my goodness, that's before the time of water, guys. I don't know if you've seen people are like, oh, connect with the water. It's the first thing. So anyway, hopefully we've all connected and are on track with our water. But you know, these guys, it's the returning of the ancient sites. What's happening? They're popping back to say hello and see what we've done and are we ready to receive. But yeah, the island where PG is on is literally on a volcano. It's literally a volcano, so it's black. It's just black, and it's this very very primal rock. And every now and again, the rock cracks, and there's like a little green plant that pops out. I love nature, isn't she just so clever? And the sea is wild, and it's grey, but it's got like it's like I don't know what the rest of Hawaii is like, but this is not the Hawaii that you, well, for me, that you have like in your mind space. Yeah. Um, and then he goes to the beach, and the beach is black. I mean, it's like awesome. It's black sand and black rocks. It's like totally out of another reality. So, I mean, there are amazing places to get to, like rainbow waterfalls, and so he's kind of moved space. So he's now really living on this black. It's intense energy and huge respect. I mean, that is such intense primordial goddess stuff. I mean, I think the volcanoes were there before the water because that's kind of the earth was like very full of motion. So he's tuned into that, but then he often went down for a walk down to the beach, and we put a lot of energy, asked Ganesha and the the nomos, to my beautiful blue beings, to please bring in some dolphins. And boom! I think he had about 20 dolphins that he connected with, one particularly. So duck came like an arm's length away. So if you can go onto the gallery and have a look at, there's some beautiful images there. And I was also just looking up a little bit about Pele. So person, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, so some really interesting. It's a. I think she just walks around as dear old Blessed Pele, because I'm really feeling it, and it takes a lot of energy to actually remove myself in away from it, and just keep this blue, because that's just what I need to do. It's what I just really feel, and it's just so amazing because we've got Grace on the other side, who's in seeing whales. I mean, if anybody saw that picture of when she arrived in Australia, in Sydney, and the whole energy was just violet. I mean, this is just like such a excuse me, I do need to take this. Yay! Early morning call. I have the kids coming at 6:15 in the morning. Yay! I do hope my migraine is better. Oh, so we can tiptoe. Ah, yes, beautiful goddess Pele. She's a bit rough, Millie. She's not all. I mean, she is beautiful. She is very beautiful. But she is one of the most the primal fire goddess. You know, she's like a bit like a few of the Cuddys all rolled into one. You know, the creation one. Yeah, that one. So yeah, Grace has got whales. Oh my god! And I'm just feeling like this blue being, this blue energy, this blue water. I can't even describe it. Something completely new. I'm seeing new colors. But what I was talking, I don't know if she posted a picture of when they arrived on the airplane. They were still on the plane, and the whole energy is completely violet. Did she not post it? Then I must see if I can post it from my thing. I'll pop it in there. And it was just like, oh my goodness, we're manifesting this like violet of Saint Germain, because there's millions of us that are black. Yeah, she has some anger. And they used to like do a lot of sacrifices to like young boys. Anyway, yeah, no. But that's, I was just saying, I mean, PG is really standing on that ground. So huge, huge, huge respect to him. You know, the words, it's like, oh, I'll run a marathon. Oh, the words are so easy. But then comes the reality. So, yeah. So, yeah, but that's what's happening right now. There's tons. And so I hope that we're just like blending into it. I'm trying so hard. Um, to just keep this. Yes, That's right. Don't take PG. If you're there, you mustn't take any rocks or any of her sand. You mustn't take any of her stuff. Apparently, it's very unlucky, and you'll have bad luck until you go back and return it to her. So, yeah, no, I've done quite a bit of reading on Pele, but I think more is that we're just really I think a lot of those images, it's like the sacred sites waking up. We don't being activated, being activated. I don't think it's you'd say the words, but I've got a very different interpretation of what the activation is right now. New York babes, hey, welcome. And I'm reading that my head is so particularly painful that I can also not see out of this eyeball. But we're here, and it could be those intense flashes. Yeah, so every time I meditate, somewhere in the meditation, I can visualize. Not always. Sometimes I'm battling right now, but it's okay. I'm just like really working a lot with manipulating the headspace, the space within my head, my reality. But out of nowhere, there will come this like intense blue flash, and it'll be an image of something. And sometimes I get the idea, the insight of what it's about, so it's like downloads are just coming. If I close my eyes, like it's just like a whole movie going on of really beautiful blue light. And I don't know, I'm feeling like so liquidy and so like I don't know what I am. I'm like turning into water, very malleable. So if this is happening to anybody, just understand it. We are activated and reactivated, and all sorts of things. So really focusing. Well, I'm not even focusing on anything really. It's kind of so weird. Though I am doing a lot of like very interesting meditations. They're the meditations, the series that I did before a little while ago when I got all the snowflakes. So I had that 6-day retreat. So I've just been going over a lot of those, and these are things anybody can like jump in and do whatever you want to do. I'm really working with restructuring the DNA and working with activating the light centers in my body, but not as too much color. I'm feeling that we're going to, after this, for many of us, there's going to be such a big shift and change for so many of us that like the chakra system is not going to be there anymore. It's just going to be light. Our bodies are not going to be making so many chemicals anymore like they were, all those drama queen chemicals. We're going to be working more on frequency. So I don't know if you guys have it or get it, but it happens quite often to me that I hear the Om inside my head. Inside it's silent. But apparently they say that's like a really very high level of Om. So if you have it, just tune into it. It's very high frequency, and just try and keep that for as long as you can. So a lot of the vision right now is really to try to sustain the vision for as long as you can. The good old 17 seconds. The moon was huge. The moon was so bright. I think, Millie, what's with your eye? I can't. That I got the light on here. I am in so much ouchiness here. I can't even touch it. It's so ouchy. But it's like too much. Yeah, PG had it before he went to the Dolphins. He was feeling that everything was just so loud, like really loud. So The human body is still hearing things, a lot of frequencies, like really coming in. And obviously, oh, that was also, that's like, because we had Halloween, and I really didn't enjoy the Halloween this year. You keep up? They don't usually come up here unless they go and hang the washing in the middle room. Just hold the line there. I'll be back. What's that? It's okay. It's okay. Oh, the lights are so bright. I should put sunglasses on. I'll feel better. Oh no. My dog has something to say. My dog is like, he's for a few weeks now, he's been like really interesting. But this last week since Halloween, he's really been working hard. He actually bit somebody on Monday, as I said, well, he's bitten me once or twice, maybe not bad, but I mean, it's my own fault for that. I went into the store and he was in the car and he wanted to jump on the seat and probably jump out the window. And she told him to get off the seat. She probably pushed him and he bit her. But you know, these things can go so quickly, and she had quite a deep puncture. I was very lucky she was like really kind of nice about it. But because this is Germany and these things are not acceptable. So she's been rushing off work for the rest of the week. And then the day after that, was it the next day? Yuki, he's been taking, he usually doesn't bark. And it was the first time that I've ever not wanted to be near my dog. He found this tissue in the things, in the bushes, and I wouldn't give it to me. And I thought, I'm not going to get bitten, but I'll quickly get rid of it when I get home. And oh, gross. He jumped onto the bed and I ran to get him a snack so I could get this thing. And it is so gross. So gross. And he had this like wet tissue with a used condom inside. Now, I did not want to touch my dog for the next like 48 hours. I didn't want to be in my bed. I had to like strip my bed. It was just way too much. Ah, yeah, I think so. I do that with the altar, but I think it was also, but at least Victor, is Victor here? Where's Victor? I don't see Victor. Ah, I don't see much except my headache. Ah, and along with it, the body sensations are really crappy. So what have we been creating? And these blue flashes are just. So what made me really sit up? And I was going to talk, but I can't like talk about it today. Hopefully my head will have lifted because it's like all the way into the mouth of God here at the back. It's really taking huge strain. What have we got? What have we got? I don't know what we've got. Oh, this was the one. This kind of really shook me. When did I get this? I do write them down. Oh, I've had like these bright snakes and all blue. This incredibly intense, fabulous. Oh, and then I went over and it was like, oh wow. It was all people's lives. I was totally out in the astral. People's lives and their little eggs. So some of us are really doing a lot of like healing and clearing for the collective. So if you're doing it, that's what's going on. I can't see it. It's really, I've got so many holes in my eyes today. Why blue? Why blue? So just more blue. Yeah, it's like I'm in a different space. And just keeping my bubble of light and just pouring it out. I've got this. So I had this is not proper here because it actually, there it is. I had this this blue bird, and I thought it was like an Isis bird, and then with the arms out, or it looked like Isis, like with her wings. And I was trying to, and then I thought, oh, it's like the blue Kashina, maybe, because like that's, I'm working with that a lot. With that whole Hopi, did I post it? Did I give it to you? Oh no, the whole Hopi prophecy. It's okay, we just got to do it. And this is the time now. The blue Kachina's here. So, and then I thought, no, but, and then I don't know why I was doing stuff. On the Nazca images. So I'm actually going to go there and do that. Because I was going to do, then of course, you know me, I go down a little bit of a rabbit hole. And this is what AI did for me, but it's not. So I thought, okay, well, I suppose that's close enough. Just really holding the earth. I'm doing a lot, guys. I'm just like, so I haven't been online because I've had such a headache. And I've just like come in and just poured a lot of my energy out onto the earth and onto you, and hopefully get some healing, some beautiful balance. It's the time, the nomos are coming. We're coming back to sea. At the moment, we're working hugely with the Pleiades, which is not really my planets. I think Andromeda's coming in hugely, and the Sirius are definitely loud in the back. And somewhere we're going to, oh yeah, my beautiful beings. So that's what I've been seeing and doing. Sorry, it's not kind of what I want. That's how I feel. It's just what I feel like I am at the moment. So just like this like crazy electric current with a headache. I love this 3D that I've got a headache. So it's very difficult to do some meditations. Lots of beings coming in. Oh, and then Shiva. Shiva's here. Shiva, thank God for Shiva. Let me say a beautiful prayer to Shiva. I did have something really nice here. As I said, I'm sorry I'm all over the place, but that's fine because I am, and you know that I do that. And it was a little bit better. I really tried to give my migraine away to the muck and gunk. So yeah, Shiva's been seen in a lot of different places at the moment as well. He was seen with the Hopi Indians, which is like really interesting. I think last Friday we went quite deeply into Shiva and the Nomo and not the Nomo, the Nomo, the fish beings, and the mermaids and the snake, the Nagas, and that Shiva actually holds and controls them because he has this amazing snake around his neck. We were getting into the flying cities that just arrived on Earth, all over. I'm not going to go into that today. It's just too much heavy for my brain. But let's just get back to simple because it's always nice to get back to simple. So, offering to beloved Shiva. Oh, beloved Shiva. From the silence beyond sound, you pour the nectar of love upon the earth. Sacred flowers fall from your cosmic hair. Their fragrance awakens the sleeping heart of humanity. May every petal carry your bliss, every breeze whisper your name, every tear become the Ganga flowing home. In this fragrance, all sorrow dissolves. In this love, all worlds unite. May bliss bloom in every being, and may we remember you in every breath, in every heartbeat. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. It was also just like a big remembrance that Om Namah Shivaya is the 5 elements, and they're pretty much the building blocks of everything. I mean, obviously there are more. So, yeah, going into this absolutely amazing new space of creation. So the sooner and quicker and easier that you can let things. This was a flash. It didn't come out with all the flowers, but it was Shiva's hair and just like pouring these amazing flowers out on humanity. So I'm not sure if I want to share all this stuff with you. But then what kind of got me was here. Yeah, there we go. So then if you look at those, so I'm not going to do this today because it's just too much for my brain. But it was just another link. We can do this very, very quickly. And then I had the spider. I had the spider today. But these things, I mean, these are huge. These are because I've done like quite a deep dive into, because they're all over the world. Obviously, these are the clearest, and they're incredibly clear. But what I wanted to see there, that's my bird. So that made me like really sit up. Oh my goodness, that's like bright blue. So I'm taking all of this like a little more seriously, and then came the headache. Oh, Yuki. Oh. I also don't think that they know very much about the nestic. Oh, are you okay? Sorry. Yuki, are you okay? Are you okay, my boy? Sorry, sweetheart. Let me take this off you. See, he's straining. He got his tooth stuck in his bone. So he was panicking a little bit. So the Nazca lines, and they are just I don't think that you should put them here. They're like, I think it's like 90 kilometers. And I'm going to just change this image here. So we can just talk about there's the monkey. These are the actual lines. These are photos of them. I mean, they've recently just discovered a whole pile of new ones. The images are not so clear, but they're like really cute. Lots of spacemen, whales. But like you look at all these things, then you think, well, why are those animals? There's also like a giraffe thing. There's a whale. This is the desert. They're like so far away. Funny aliens, funny spacemen we can obviously understand. Crazy birds, parrots, more AI things. But they're just like so huge. Those are the other lines. And they're like all like these like huge. They're huge. They're like 15 feet. Or 15 meters, sorry, which is like really big. And obviously they only just recently discovered them, like the 1920s, 1930s, when people were flying and doing tours over there. I'm sure they must have almost crashed their aeroplane. Like, what the fuck is that? So they're not, for me, they look like really random. These like weirdest things. There's the hummingbird and a spider and a monkey and a condor and a hands, and there's a tree, and there's an astronaut, and then there's a couple of weird shapes. Then there's a drawing compass. Then there's a whale. Whales don't come anywhere near here, but there is a whale. There's a crazy parrot. There's a heron bird. There's a star. And then all those other ones. These ones are like really clear. And then there are yeah. I mean, even for me, the only thing that makes sense is that they're there. And it's like maybe this is like for anybody coming from that place. Hello, I don't know. They don't make sense. So I'm sure we'll get sense. I just know that these people in Peru and the Mayans have like, they're really, really, really very clear in their drawings and their artwork that these spacemen, astronauts with helmets and breathing devices. I mean, you can't talk your way around them. So there's something very much about this area and all the areas where there are a lot of these like geoglyphs. They seem to also be hugely the areas where in their creation stories that they had alien people from other planets. I don't like to call them aliens. People from other planets came down. I say I will, but I want to just talk about these today because my head is too. But just a brief, the ones that I was looking up, which is Sajama, which is in Bolivia. No, I have to show you quickly. We'll go into these a deeper dive. Maybe this is enough. Look at this. Oh, it's not going to make it bigger. Oh no, where's that one? That's India. Those are ones that no. That's not India. Those are what they found under they haven't looked there yet, but they're under the Amazon. They're kind of covered over, but they're all these, and those are very. And I sort of looked at that, and I thought, and they're huge. And I thought, well, that could be like town planning, Of course, we've got this GAIA as well. So there's lots all over the world. So I think we've just like touched the surface here. These are ones from California, if anybody knows what they are. They were new to me. They're the Blythe Intaglios. They in California. The geometry is very clear. There's also these snakes, and then there's this funny little thing. That's kind of them, but it's not really them. But there is a snake and a dog. And funny people with funny hands. Oh, no, you know what? I don't have that thing of the lines. That doesn't do justice. That is in Bolivia. They span over 22,000 square kilometers. And they're like it's like such intense geometry that all comes together in a fusion. I mean, they're some kind of landing sites, but because you can only see them from above. Where's that one? Yeah. So he was quite interesting. I mean, the hummingbird. But I don't understand why there's a whale there. I mean, I do, but I don't. I find that there's like, I can make up stories in my head very easily, but I just find that they are a little odd. I don't know. So if anybody's got wow. Oh, thank you, Millie. The condor and the eagle meet a bridge building yarn. And two worlds. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's a big one. That's been a big one for a long time. Okay, thanks. Well, that makes so I must a golden phoenix. I must have a look. So anybody, I'm really like really interested to hear what anybody has to say. Yeah, blue balls of light traveling. There's so much. I'm just like blue. It's so I don't know if you're seeing any of it. Just embrace it, make it bigger. Whatever you want to do with it, just like meditate on it. Do your meditations. Call in the beings. Tell them that you're here. You want contact. If you want. Yes, Lindsay. I'm sure I wanted to ask you. Don't miss that opportunity to see amazing things from the sky. Mm. They and the thing is that like some of these things are just like so anatomically perfect, and they're huge. I mean, you must have been able to see them from the top. To have drawn them from the bottom, it doesn't work. Where am I? There. Wow. So these lines all yeah, but this is I mean, I don't Peru. I have no it's huge. And yeah, obviously there have been lots of sightings in Peru over the years. Hey Bonnie, he's taking such a stress. They include over 800 straight lines, 300 geometric figures, and 70 biomorphic designs. That was another thing that came up. Another blue flash was butterflies and bugs, and that they're going to be new bugs. I don't know if they're bringing them in or if we're just going to discover so many new species on our planet. The Hindus catalogued, that's just coming up for me now. They catalogued over 8.5 million species way back then. It's not the Mahabharata. That was like scribed by Ganesha. And inside the Mahabharata is the Bhagavad Gita. It's part of it. So Ganesha scribed that one. Strongly, highly suggested, highly recommended that you get a decent audio copy, or you can read it, but a decent audio copy of the Tao Te Ching and of the Bhagavad Gita. There's a lot of very simple wisdom been around forever. Well, pretty close to ever. No, it was a long time. Okay. Many of and then of course then there's just things, but I must go into this. The ones in the Indian Valley, it's just like this huge goddess. There's so many animals in India. And that's also quite recently that they started taking note of that. So I don't know. I'll see here what she says, but it says that many of the animal forms correspond with astronomical constellations or always water symbolism. The hummingbird, for instance, is believed to be linked to the rain-bringing deity and fertility of the land. The immense precision, the perfect proportions, seen only from above, has long invited interpretations involving aerial mapping or sky communication. In Mayan codices, the temple murals, figures with elaborate helmets, breathing devices, and winged or floating forms appear, yet they are always framed within sacred cosmology, beings of the heavens, descending teachers or star ancestors. And they're back, they're back. This portal, they're back. Yes, some in ships, absolutely. Some will see them. Many are reported, many photos in telepathic, coming to visit you in your dreams, lots, whichever way. Sadly, actually, I don't think we're ready. I think they would have been here in more, but we have to change our vibration because they can't come down to this vibration. It's about as far as they can go. And how low can you go, guys? Really, enough. Time to up the game. I don't know how you're going to do it. Bells and smells. Yeah, we worked hard. I got to tell you guys, playing on your Delta, I was really kind of pissed off with the whole Halloween BS this year. I really was. It was also the first year that for a long time that I haven't put anything outside my door. I only lit a candle because that's part of the Day of the Dead. And especially, and now the full moon as well. It's all nice to think that I want to cry because it's just so revolting. That people do nice things over these things, but it's unfortunately not. It's open to all sorts of people, and the saddest thing is that people are playing with BS. A lot of really stupid, dangerous stuff without knowing what you're doing. So, unfortunately, many people and many of us have had to work extra hard when we could have really been putting a lot of this energy into something else, something more fabulous. But it's kind of you're sweeping with one hand and you're polishing with the other. So it's kind of takes some ambidextrous work. Yeah. So, it's part of why I'm not creating. I'm just being a channel right now, and then have the energy and the time to create. I'm creating other space in my head. Yeah. Okay. Scorpio. Okay. Phoenix and Phoenix rising. Yeah. I know they have, Millie. I know. And I know. The whales were everywhere. So, maybe that's just why they were doing. As I told you, I picked up seashells in Switzerland. It's kind of so nice when you actually do it. But yeah, no, whales, they pretty much, we know that. And some whales, they were land animals also. They have open, they have arm spaces. And they are the ancient keepers. Yeah. So, but it's not, so it's maybe it's just what are they trying to say to whoever's coming down? This is where we are. We keep these. We've got hummingbirds. We've got whales. We've got the divine spiral in the monkey tail. Maybe these were creatures that they brought. Oh, maybe that's what it is. The palm trees come from Sirius, and the Joshua tree also comes from Sirius. So palm trees are all over, pretty much all over the world. And not naturally, they make them grow there. They can grow also anyway. This is a library planet. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's this particular, because they do a lot with, not the Pleiades. I mean, people they do it with all the planets, obviously, because they work also then with when they plant, but their allegiance is more to a specific constellation, specific star system. So yeah, no, I would just think so. Maybe these animals came from that particular planet, that like from the star system. Just to think, because they really are. You know, it doesn't really make sense. I mean, it does. You can, yeah, no, it does, but it doesn't. Uh, so, I mean, I like things that don't make sense because then I want to go find out more. I mean, we know so much about all of those animals, but just that the way that they all there together in this like conglomeration, and that's how they look from this like bloop, bloop, bloop. I think that's most probably what it is. Hello. That's where they came from. No, I'm just thinking it's so cute. When I was when I went to England and we did a tour of the castles, and there was a whole lot of Japanese tourists. And they don't see anything. They don't say a word. They just like at their cameras. And they don't read the signs. No filming. They just film everything. And then they look a little bit sometimes on the bus. No, they're looking all over. And I think they get home and then they watch everything. Except when they saw train. They saw a train, a train going. The whole lot of them all stood up and they went, and you could see they're like educated people. They're not like stupid things. And there they are. They can't stop talking and discussing and pointing and going on about the train. Maybe they built it, maybe they designed it. I don't know. They're pretty big on their trains in Japan. So that's what I'm thinking. So like when they see those kind of creatures, they oh yes, those are from our planet, like the Japanese with the train. Um, I don't know what's happening with astrology at the moment. I don't know. I think we've got Mercury retrograde as well. I don't know. It's just too much for my one brain cell. I've only got one brain cell, and it's like it's difficult to cope with sometimes because it's like being whipping it into spaces into focus. No more of this. So yeah, but that kind of, I must say, did kind of spook me out a little bit. It's quite nice to have that spook me out when I saw it. Because as I said, the bird was first. I thought it looked like ISIS. Look this drawing of it here, and I mean I know about them, but I haven't really been into them big time at all. And it was, and as I said, I really thought it was like to do with it, but it was probably with all of them, the Kachina, the blue Kachina, because I thought that's like, isn't that like a thing in a blue suit? That's why I'm also trying not to like be with anything right now, because I just want the images and the messages in my head. I don't want to have seen them somewhere and have some like, from somewhere else. It's that old German skepticism that I came with in my blood. Bloodlines. Oh goodness. Oh yes. That's why I like them so much. Oh, you're very. That's. I'm going to go and live there now. That's why. That's why. Yes, I'm going to cry because it's me. Yet they were always framed. Okay, these motives could symbolize astronomical wisdom. The Maya tracked Venus. I like Venus. I want to finish all this stuff here and just go off to Venus. But don't mind hanging out in Sirius for a while. I've got a few friends from there. All the other places, I'm not sure. But I want to go off to Venus. The solar equinoxes and Sirius alignments with astonishing precision. It sounds like my place, the funny birds. Rather than space travelers in the modern sense, these may represent trans-dimensional beings or cosmic messengers as seen through mythic art. Yeah, but in the Mayan stuff, I know that because I used to do fabric painting, and I did like a whole series of amazing, I had a book, Mayan art, and I would use them as motives, and the mainly the animal motives. But I mean, that was like, this is a flipping space people, guys. They still have the helmet and they've got a breathing thing. You can't tell me this is some mythical thing. And it's like, this for me is it's just so big and clear again, all over the place. The sapphire frequency is often linked with Sirius, the blue-white star that many traditions, including the Dogon, revere as the source of divine knowledge and water. Yeah, because water is also coming. The water, I mean, we saw that a while ago. I think I shared it too. But it's like I just see water everywhere. It's like the whole planet is fits. Well, I do this water ceremony 3-4 times a day. So I'm that eventually going to come back. But it's like the whole planet is filled with water. I can't explain it. But it's like turquoise, but it's not turquoise, and it's like silver, and it's not silver, and it's a whole pile of new colors. And it's like got a meniscus, it's got a bump, but it hasn't. But it's very normal. Birds across the Mesoamerican cultures are messengers, linking heaven and earth. The hummingbird, in particular, represents the warrior of the heart, eternal motion, and divine communication. I always knew the hummingbird as beauty, and joy. In spiritual vision, seeing sapphire light in meditation often corresponds to communication frequencies, higher wisdom, or soul lineage transmissions. There we go, now we know. So the Nazca lines also, messages, that was just for my bird. Introduction, the great canvas of the desert. The Nazca lines stretch across 80 kilometers of the Peruvian coastal. Oh, if it's coastal, then I suppose there would be duck dolphins. Told you I didn't know this stuff. Aged between 500 BC. I mean, I kind of know, but I haven't really known. The desert's red iron oxide pebbles were removed to reveal the lighter soil beneath, creating immense designs that have survived millennia thanks to their dry climate. Many are visible only from above, a mystery that continues to intrigue archaeologists, artists, and spiritual seekers alike. That was also just interesting in Hawaii, that island where PG is. On 8.8, there was that big 8.8.888 boom, earthquake. And what happened was the sea actually pulled back in Hawaii, and it actually showed up a whole lot of petroglyphs, but they're so big so that they could almost be geoglyphs. So yeah, these designs are just like, the designs range from simple trapezoids to vast spirals and precise figures up to 400 meters long. That's a big thing. Some align with solstices and astronomical events, suggesting the lines served as celestial calendars. Almost all of these lines in all the places Obviously, Sirius is top of the pops. Others may trace underground and also underground water sources. Very interesting. Symbolically connecting sky and earth. Well, it says here they may have seen, but it's a living altar, turning the desert into a cosmic mandala. Nah. The hummingbird, the messenger between worlds. The hummingbird is one of the most iconic geoglyphs. Its wings open in perfect symmetry. Its beak extends like an antennae of light. In Indian mythology, the hummingbird symbolizes resurrection, the warrior of the heart and communication with the divine. Oh, okay. The Nazca hummingbird may represent the descent of rain or the flight of the soul into the heavens. In meditation or vision, this form is a carrier of codes of light, a living glyph that opens channels of higher frequency. Okay, I suppose I'm doing that. Maybe. It's a great question. How and why? Why? They were constructed by removing just a few inches of topsoil, and some figures appear only from the air. Oh, did they have a way to view? Well, they don't really know why. They can't come up with a proper thing. There's a lot of things they can't come up with, and that's fine. But there were astronomical calendars. There was another dotty German lady who saw them in the 30s, I think, and then she never left. And she just she was a scientist or archaeologist. Ritual pathways or processions, water rituals and fertility ceremonies, offerings to sky beings or cosmic intelligences. But why so many? Why so big? No, that's big. 400. What was that? 400 square meters or something. That's big. But then, as I said, I'm not going to go into it right now, but just trust me on this. We'll go into it either this weekend or early next week. I mean, I'm just proving the proven already, preaching. The sacred zoology, it's like, everybody, almost not everybody, kind of worked it out who had the fish and who had the snakes. And the snake people weren't on the and who had the lizards, yeah. And the lizards, it's another world, and it's so untamed, the ocean world. And it's, as I said, so there's every single thing is in the ocean, from electricity, there's fishes with defense, with the magnetic lines, swimming in schools, how they found their way, lights, you go down deep, 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 those crazy things with the lights and the things. What else is in the ocean? Electricity, weapons, stingrays, electric eels, and then like the octopus, it's that purple spotted donut octopus. It's like one of the most toxic poisons on the planet, that purple one. So he's not alone. There's a lot of other. There's the puffer fish, and then of course all old stuff, and having to work with water. You can create so much machinery from the beings under the sea. It was another weird thing that I had. It's like a flash of this crazy. So I think what we're going to see here is a lot of. This was the closest I could think about what it was. Yes, I had this, but it's so clear. It's like, but blue. You know those incredible. They work with wind, and they walk on the beach and they clean the beach. But I think we're going to see a lot of like really interesting inventions um, for cleaning up the ocean and the beaches. And the thing is, you know what? It's the saddest thing is that they are there. They have been there for like 20 years. It's just that nobody bothered to invest in them and put their money. But money is now being taken away from, and at such a huge rate. So it's going to just be, it's overwhelmed for the other powers. So can't do, they can't control. I really beseech you to just like get your energies up however you get them up. Take the dog for a walk, go and dance, listen to good music, whatever. Okay, the monkey. The poor monkey. No, we did not come from apes. But I told you that guy was sick MF, really. I read it's like the biggest, fattest book, my first biggest, fattest book I ever read, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, beautiful. Wow, awesome. And neon, of course, there's the neons and the sea turtle. Yeah, the sea is full of, and I mean, you know, when a clam's shut, you can't open that thing. You know, there's no ways. It's like, yeah. So, and it's so totally that we don't know much about it at all. It's an energy grid, people seeing the ley lines as light from drones. Oh, awesome. Wow. They're really activating. Thanks for that, Debs. It's really nice. Yeah, that's why we start getting them and have babies. I know, they stopped that, then they put all that. But I mean, the military, they've been using for nefarious uses the dolphins for a long time, and also they're amazing with children, handicapped children. I don't know what you call them, special needs, whatever you want to call them. Mm, yeah, because they will talk to your babies. I mean, there have been cases where, don't forget that they are still animals. It's like my dog. Don't forget he's still a dog. So, I mean, he will not get upset with me if I'm going to take his best thing away from him. Huh. Yeah, so it's just the balance of power is shifting, and that's like the tipping point has been huge. So let's just keep pushing, pushing, pushing because we're getting through this gate, and it's something exciting. We're not going back down again. It's going to be something for many of us to take us off onto another plateau. Another, but I mean, we've got to keep reminding ourselves, and we've got to keep working at it to just keep that innovation. And I have a lot of respect for those of you guys that have to go out there into 3D and work with people and clients and schools and all of that. I have done my thing big time. Yeah, I know. Well, I was at PG's here. You can hear my question. I was going to ask you, we eat tuna fish or tuna on pizza, or he got himself a meat lover's pizza. And I wanted to ask him, after his swimming with the dolphins, if the pizza contained dolphin, would he still have eaten it? I once asked a Rastafarian, why they didn't. I mean, we were just talking, and said just to cover your arms and not wear mini skirts and all that kind of stuff. Dolphins, well, stayed behind on Earth. Yes, I've heard that as well. Thanks, maybe. They've been holding it down. Yeah, absolutely. And it made sense that they actually went back to the sea, to the water, because that's where they would be safe. They wouldn't look at what we did to the elephants and the rhinos. So we did terrible things to the whales as well. Well, that's just got to be up there, and the more that we pour that and wish for our new earth, what we want, and that's to be clear about it in the positive, not um, that sort of double negative that makes it positive. Now, for people, so it's for people, not so. The wish is thought, as I said, forgive my hair, that's really sore. The thought is not for people to stop abusing animals. It's for people to love and respect and see the divinity and the sentience in animals. So, and we're going to get there. We're going to jiggle all their computers. So instead of watching whatever shit they watch, they'll get happy, funny cat videos or cow videos. I like cows. Shame, man. They got a rot, poor old cows. Shame, man. And people need to wake up and stop eating so much meat. It's the demand, It's really, we don't need to do it. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they have oceans. They also, in their ships, they also have big waterways. Those ships are huge. They're miles long, 7 miles long. It's a whole city. So those are those floating cities that came all over. Like the Sumerians also brought their cities with them. So that's how the Germans travel like that. They don't, when they go to South Africa, they don't do anything. And as a German, they sort of everything for the Germans. You're astronomical, the amount of alcohol that you're allowed to take out of the country if you're German. So you travel with your alcohol, you travel with your cigarettes, and they don't buy cigarettes. They next to nothing do they buy. They go, they go on contract to work. Then they don't talk to anybody. They just hang out with their own buddies. They know what's potting. They do know. They roll their cigarettes, so they bring enough tobacco to roll with. A lot of people roll cigarettes, yeah. And yeah, and then they leave. They go and fix everybody's mess up in a way. It does, hey. So these are our babies that are coming back, and I'm sure it's going to be interesting. I can't wait to hear what PG's to really say. I know he's had some really amazing, huge experiences, and that was and hopefully again today, and really close. So I have to just remind you guys that it doesn't all go for all of this stuff. It's not like, oh, la, 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 boom, I get this insight, la, la, la. No, it's not. There's a lot of writhing and pain and ache and groaning sometimes. So yeah, these I remember seeing them. They were there in like 2015. Um, it was the same as they'd made. We have a huge like homeless problem in South Africa, ghettos, and they literally they're going to fall down anyway. Um, and I think it was an Austrian company that made these amazing homes out of sewage pipes. It was a little bit like the Hobbit village that Lindsay has. And what they did, I'm sure that they were sent to South Africa as part of a solution for the the shanty towns because they're not expensive. Yeah. But what it became was it became like a boutique type holiday place for people to use these things. Yeah. Healing hurts. I know. I didn't. Kitty shouted at me. I said, "No. What did I? What did I want? I don't know. Upgrades without the pain. Upgrades without the pain. Stress-free and painless upgrades." Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, and they're mammals, of course, and the dolphins can be kind of wild. I mean, they can be like gangs. They rape other dolphins. They can be really mean and nasty. So I do understand there have been like things like birthing, but there should be more of it. As you said, absolutely, they don't want that because they really like um, connect hugely, especially with um, disabled children. Yeah. So just like work with it even more, Debs. Yeah. Because I mean, that's just what we're supposed to be and do it with even more consciousness now. I was looking a while back, it was quite a long time ago, actually, the dolphin of the brain. They have bigger brains than us, but the whole system. Let's actually look at that again. The whole system is completely different to ours. Like, the whole way the brain works is it's very different. Like monkey brain, elephant brain. Those things are all kind of similar technology behind it. Sorry, I was just thinking also, like in the temples, many of the temples in Hindu land in India, they have got like woolly mammoths. They go like really, really far back, and those mammoths with the four tusks and a lot of creatures that are. They've also got lots of whales and a lot of creatures that are extinct, that went extinct long ago. So, like, oh, why were they on the temples? I mean, I think the dates are completely off for now for it. So don't like get stuck into dates and don't argue with people about it because they just like that it's part of their control. So that we just think that the Western civilization is the civilization that's the one to be. So far, I haven't found anything that really gives them any deep mystical powers. Words are not working today at all. Well, It's not just humans don't respect humans, you know. So, oh, oh, sorry, Dave. Yeah, yeah. But I think all animals. Hey, I mean, here in Germany they have dogs. You can rent a dog. No, they for people that have got depression and things like that. So you'll get a dog. It's a therapy dog. So to get you out your house, give you something to love. Yeah. And at all of like a lot of the places where they do psychiatric places, they have therapy dogs for people. Um, what, Lily? What's going to be one of the biggest disclosures? No cat. Oh, well, as I said, what really for me, I've like been through this road like so many times. It's like, you know. But on one level, it's where I think AI is great because the information can be like manufactured so quickly, and a total lot of there's so much BS on AI. You know, it's like if you if you don't read or you don't have a foundation with books, it's going to be very complicated for the next generation because they're going to just be fed a whole lot of BS, and if you don't know what you're looking for, you can't flag it. So this that's part of the interesting negative thing about it. So people are gullible, and you can feed the population anything, and especially when it comes to AI. Yeah, but animal healing, yeah, animal healing, vibrational healing, and that's why people heal with love because it's love. It's a love healing. Yeah. So what else did we have? When did that? Oh, it started off with those funny little things. Oh, the monkey. The monkey. Where's the monkey? We were talking about the monkey. Because he's got this amazing tail. Oh, did I leave the monkey? Did I talk about the monkey? I can't remember. He said I've got such a sore head, I don't know. Uh, oh, the monkey. So I understand. So that's why they would put the monkey. Where's the monkey? Where's the monkey? Monkey, 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 monkey. Those are my best beans. Monkey, monkey, monkey. Yeah. I mean, he's got this like serious tail. Where he comes from serious. That's the real one. It's a real picture of monkey. And he's got 9 fingers. Why has he got 9 fingers? I mean, when you're designing on this huge scale, it's like, or maybe they just couldn't fit it in. But look at his feet. He's got like those, what do they call them, opposing thumbs, you know, those feet that can climb. The monkey, the spiral of creation, is a large spiral tail, can't miss that tail, connected to a coiled body and tiny hands with 9 fingers. Oh, the spiral tail may represent the infinite cycles of life, the cosmic spiral of DNA, or the movement of galaxies. Oh, that's why I got sidetracked. The monkey is native to the Amazon rainforest, far from the Nazca Desert. Its inclusion implies communication across bioregions, possibly through trade, pilgrimage, or shared myth. They love this word. I just want to vomit. Myth, myth, myth. Well, I keep saying it, and I see that now. The others are starting to say it. I've got to be careful what I say and what I think. The Abrahamic myths. It's my word for them. These other things are real, but we've got the Abrahamic myth, a little twisted and contorted. Monkeys were associated with playfulness, fertility, and the trickster, energies that loosen rigidity and restore natural flow. In Indian cosmology, the spiral reflects Pachamama's breath. Oh, the breath. Oh, it's taken the whole other. I've taken so many levels. I won't talk about the breath now. Oh, the great cosmic breath. You see, it's why I don't understand why. For me right now, what makes it so complicated. It's just really so easy. It's just breathe, guys. Be still and know. Just be still and breathe. That's about it. Hey, Yuki, and have a friend. This complication. We're not going to. We will. As I said, I don't think we should have been further along. But I've said that a lot of times. But hey, here's what it is. The spider, the weaver of worlds. The spider is precisely drawn, long-legged, geometrically balanced, one of the most mathematically perfect designs. Symbolism. Oh. In Nazca art, the spider is linked to rain and fertility because spiders emerge before rainfall. Water is important here. The spider also mirrors the constellation Orion, visible in the southern sky at the onset of the rainy season. As a weaver, it symbolizes the cosmic web, connecting realms of earth stars and underworld. Spiritual insight. The spider is the sacred weaver, the one who writes the code. In a modern sense, you might say it represents the programming matrix of creation, the divine feminine intelligence, weaving reality. All our animals, eh? So what else have they got there? The whale. I'm just feeling protect. They've got a dog, beautiful protector. Then they have tree in hands, which is the human connection. But there must be a lot more because there's like 80 or so of them. I mean, they didn't just arrive there by mistake. Oh, that sounds beautiful, Debs. Yeah. Have a nice day too, Victor. Take good care. Makes sense, eh? To Orion. She's got a little spider in her belt. Grace, hello, my beautiful. Thank you. What time is it there? It must be a weird time. We hope to see some of your creations. I was just saying, I'm doing this blue stuff. I'm like, just feel that I'm just like in the middle. I'm just like doing what I do. I'm just pouring energy right now. So, I'm so glad you arrived safely with beautiful stuff. Yeah, PG, as you see, has been playing with dolphins. So that it's like really amazing because he's been like getting some beautiful photos of the moon portal, and Grace was posting the most amazing things of the sun portal. They were like huge, you know. Oh, thank you for being up so early. Yeah, I was just saying I don't. It's just I just have these every time I meditate, which I'm doing a lot of right now, just because I can. You guys are all doing something else. I'm doing meditating and just holding that space, and then I have this like intense like explosion of an image in my head. I suppose now even if I start looking for it, but it doesn't. It's like I'll be meditating on something else and get something completely, and then it's like it just comes in. So and just water, and I'm just like, yeah, just water. But I am going to say goodbye because I am feeling really unwell. I'm feeling very painful in my eye and very nauseous because of the pain in my nose. I have not had such a pain. My nose, my eye, my ear, my neck are all in extreme pain. So I hope I'll be here tomorrow. I don't know. As I said, I was just doing the stuff, so I haven't been online because it's been a little intense in my space. Oh, please put them up. So beautiful. Grace is so blessed. You see, we all do things differently. Grace dreams. Grace remembers and has beautiful dreams. I see. I dream sometimes, but I see. No, I know. I, my eyes are both when my eyes are closed and when my eyes are open. I see a lot when my eyes are open. Sometimes I think I see more when my eyes are open. So we all do it, and that's what's just so wonderful. I am going to go and no, I don't. Thank you for the healing. I'm going to take it. As you can see, I'm really in pain. And I don't know what to do about it. I'm going to go and have a bath. And I have the kids at 6:15 tomorrow morning. Yay! I love you lots, everybody. Bless, bless, bless. And I'm seeing the eyes go completely. So I can't even see where to end the stream. So thank you, everybody, for being here. I really do appreciate it. And thank you for coping with my weird self today. Oh, bugs. Yes, that was it. So I told you that. You see, I'm losing my train of thought. It was the bugs. It was the bugs. It was the bugs. New bugs. Oh, there. Yeah. But from all over the planet, yeah, you're going to find new things. And healing properties of them as well. That they, yeah, the work that they do. Everything has a use on the planet. Okay. Thank you, Grace. Yeah, I will connect with you. Let me go and have a little rest. Oh, wow. Okay. To turn the light off. Millie's also had a lot of problem with the light. Eh? Yeah. Hypersensitive right now. Anyway, love us all. We are just so amazing. Keep singing, dancing, and whatever you're doing. Love, 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 love. And yeah, you are the essential. You are this incredible portal. This incredible body. So treat it well. Use it.